Cleopatra's unexpected side, a queen for the people. Cleopatra is often remembered for her beauty and cunning politics, but few know she also cared deeply about her people. As queen, she worked to feed the hungry and support the poor, putting real effort into stabilizing Egypt from the ground up. Sure, part of it may have been to boost her popularity. But it worked. She was genuinely loved and respected by the public. Not just a cold strategist, but a ruler with a heart. This side of Cleopatra deserves just as much attention as her more famous legends. Cleopatra, the language queen. Cleopatra wasn't just a beauty, she was a linguistic genius. She spoke over 9 languages, including Greek, Latin, Arabic, and even ancient Egyptian. In fact, she was the first of her royal Greek dynasty to speak Egyptian, the language of her people. While other rulers relied on translators, Cleopatra spoke directly to diplomats and scholars. Her intelligence helped her rule, negotiate, and inspire. Beauty fades, but her brilliance still shines through history. Cleopatra, death by serpent, Cleopatra's final choice. Cleopatra's death was nothing short of legendary. According to the tale, she let a venomous asp bite her on the chest to end her life. A shocking method by today's standards, but back then, it was seen as a noble death. Rather than surrender to Rome, she chose to protect her royal pride. Terrifying, beautiful, and tragic all at once. With her final breath, she made a silent act of resistance. A queen who lived for love and dignity, and died by her own hand. Cleopatra's boozy boat entrance. When Cleopatra went to meet Mark Antony, she made a spectacle. She arrived on a magnificent barge filled with music, wine, and dancing like a floating parade. Perfumed smoke drifted through the air, musicians played exotic instruments, and dancers swayed in rhythm. Cleopatra herself appeared dressed as the goddess Aphrodite, glowing with divine elegance. Mark Antony? Completely captivated in seconds. It wasn't just diplomacy. It was theater. It was also a masterclass in charm, strategy, and showmanship. That was Cleopatra. Cleopatra, the iconic queen of Egypt, may have carried a deadly secret. She and her younger brother, Ptolemy XIII, were crowned as co-rulers. But what seemed like unity quickly turned into a bitter power struggle. Tensions rose, and civil war broke out. In the chaos, Ptolemy drowned under mysterious circumstances. Some say it was fate. But others whisper that Cleopatra arranged it, with poison. Behind her beauty and brilliance, was there a ruthless side? A queen who smiled, yet struck in silence. Cleopatra, her beauty wasn't her only weapon. She captured the hearts of 2 of Rome's greatest generals. First, Julius Caesar. Fleeing from her rival brother, she famously had herself smuggled into Caesar's chambers rolled up in a carpet. That bold move stunned him, and he was instantly intrigued. After Caesar's death, she turned to his successor, Mark Antony. He too fell under her spell, charmed by both her intellect and allure. Through these powerful alliances, Cleopatra secured Egypt's independence and her throne. It was diplomacy through romance, masterfully played. Cleopatra, famous for her beauty, intellect, and scandal? Here's one you might not hear in school. She married her younger brother. In the Ptolemaic dynasty, sibling marriage was tradition, to keep the royal blood pure. But by today's standards? Definitely taboo. Her husband-brother, Ptolemy XIII, was also her rival for the throne. Their political marriage turned sour, leading to civil war. No love, no trust, just a royal power play. Behind Cleopatra's legendary image lies a world of ambition, strategy, and shocking family drama. Cleopatra, shocking. The queen who arrived in a carpet. To get close to the Roman general Julius Caesar, Cleopatra came up with a daring plan. She had herself wrapped inside a carpet, smuggled past the guards, and secretly brought into the palace. As the carpet was unrolled before Caesar, Cleopatra emerged in all her beauty, stunning the Roman leader with her bold entrance. Some say he fell in love with her on the spot. A life-risking tactic turned into a legendary romance. And this bold act is still remembered as one of history's most dramatic entrances. Cleopatra, the Great Defeat, the Battle of Actium. In 31 BC, Cleopatra joined forces with her lover, Mark Antony, to fight Rome's Octavian at the Battle of Actium. But during the heat of the battle, Cleopatra made a shocking decision. She withdrew her fleet and sailed away. Antony, confused and devastated, abandoned the fight to follow her. The result? A total disaster. This crushing naval defeat marked the beginning of the end for both of them. Cleopatra's bold move might have seemed strategic, but it turned out to be her greatest mistake. The Queen in Tears, Cleopatra's final farewell to Antony. Cleopatra is often seen as a cold and calculating queen. But when Mark Antony took his own life, that image shattered. Historical accounts say she held his dying body, sobbing uncontrollably. This wasn't a political move, this was pure heartbreak. In that moment, she wasn't the ruler of Egypt, but a grieving woman, devastated by the loss of the man she loved. Behind the crown was a soul full of passion, capable of deep, tragic love. Cleopatra's tears told a story no crown ever could.